In this video, I'm going to discuss the new comment system in Microsoft Lists. We're going to cover when the product's going to be released, how permissions work within the platform, as well as some caveats that go along with the product, at least at initial launch. Lastly, we're going to cover some basics on how to use comments within Microsoft Lists and SharePoint Lists. Hey everyone, it's Joe from FC Tech, a great place to find tech news, reviews, and tutorials. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button, and all the links we reference in this video can be found in the video's description. And with that said, let's jump into it. The new commenting feature allows you to add comments to Microsoft Lists items as well as SharePoint List items. So you're probably asking yourself, when am I going to get my hands on commenting within lists? The commenting feature has already begun rollout for targeted release customers. The release to targeted customers should be finished by mid-November. As for a standard release, Microsoft is planning on rolling that out between mid-November and the beginning of December. So you have that to look forward to. As you can probably guess, the reason why I'm able to actually demo the product is because I'm a targeted release customer. As for comment permissions, comments will inherit permissions in SharePoint and Microsoft Lists. Users with read-only permissions can view comments. Edit permissions allow for comment creation and deletion. The editing of existing comments is probably coming at a later date, but as of this release, it's not available. Some key caveats to the commenting feature include: classic lists that do not have the modern UI will not allow for commenting. A good example of this would be the old-school task list in classic SharePoint. Commenting on list items in Teams will not be available in this release. I'm hoping this comes in a future release. Hopefully it won't be too far out. It's a much needed feature, so I'm sure Microsoft has this in the works. Comments as they currently stand are not indexed by search. So anything you enter into the comments will not be searchable via the search box at the top of SharePoint. I'm hoping they include this in the future updates. Be sure to include anything that you do want to be searchable in a column. Commenting can be disabled by admins at the tenant level, but you cannot disable it at the site or list level. I believe Microsoft is working on this for Q1 of next year, so please stay tuned for that. Let's hop into a demo. All right, first off, I'm going to show you how to identify list items with comments. We'll start with a Microsoft list in SharePoint, and then we'll switch over to a traditional list in SharePoint. So to identify, as you can see here, I have the IT Asset Manager that we've created in a previous video. I'll link above if you're interested in seeing that. As you can see here, I have a bunch of different list items here. You can see here that there's actually this little icon here. It looks like a little chat bubble of some sort. If you hover above it, you can actually see that this is actually the comment icon. So all of the list items that actually have this symbol beside it have comments associated with them, as you can see here. And I'll switch over to, and this as I said before, this is a Microsoft list. I'm going to switch over to a SharePoint list on this tab. See, it looks a little bit different. This is just a test list that I created in the past, but in a similar fashion, you can see here that it also has the same chat bubble. The theme that's applied to this site is a little different, so that's why the colors are varying between the two, but the icon is the same. So if I go back over here, I can actually click on the comment here. It'll bring up the comments pane right here, and you can see pretty clearly, you know, what comments were listed. It would actually depict an entire list or summary of all the previous comments tied to this list item in the past. So you can keep a running history here for comments. And if you noticed before, when I hover above the comments, it'll actually tell you how many comments are associated with that list item, and that goes for any of them. So to add comments to a list item, you simply need to hover above the list item you want to add the comment to. Then you can click on this little icon here. It'll bring up the comments pane, and you can enter your comments here. I'm just going to type a test comment. You can either hit enter, or I can click on submit. There you go. Now you can see that it has been submitted. and now you can see it added the icon that I discussed before. Let's say you accidentally entered an item here, you can click on it, and then if I want to delete the comment, I can simply click on delete here, and it's gone. Also bear in mind that unfortunately there is no way to currently edit these. So I'm hoping that Microsoft releases that at a future date, but currently that is not available. So you will have to delete comments altogether if you made a mistake. So, all right. Next, I'm going to show you Microsoft Teams. As I mentioned before, Microsoft Teams does not currently support commenting within their list items. And you'll see here when I click on any of these options, or as you can see, and you can see here when I click on any of these list items, they do not have the same chat bubble feature. So I'm not exactly sure when that's coming, but I'm hoping that it comes, hopefully in one of the upcoming releases, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of how commenting works within Microsoft Lists and how to use it. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Question: are you looking forward to the new commenting feature? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.